Alright everybody, I'm Done It's Over here again, and we are going to do a basic run-through of what Slam Wars plays like. You set up a 7-match card, which should be all of these match types here. Everything is going to be random. I shuffled everything and just dealt it out random, just an example of play, but 2 players would gain 5 of the blue cards here, which are your single stars, 3 of your greens, and for the extreme rules set, everything is extreme, so every round gets boosters. Usually you would only deal out 2 boosters, but for the extreme set, it's got an alternate rule set where every player gets 7. Now, you might not be able to use the 7. I don't know if I can use any of these 7 or not. And the object of the game is to, whatever the match types are, reveal the superstars, compare their stat line to the match type, and whomever wins, wins. Now, dealing out 5 blue singles will also allow you to have 1 extra singles. I'm going to throw a nice little bit of variety in here, and because the first match is supposed to be a tag team, that's the greens, then singles, then another tag team, then singles, then another tag team, then 2 more singles to decide the win, I've decided to make the third tag team match a 6-man tag team. So I placed the extra superstar for each side as part of that. So all those numbers will be added up compared to the match type, and whomever has the highest stat count after contabulating their boosts and everything win. So, what we are going to do is we're going to keep this blind and completely random for both you and me. We're going to start off on match 1 of our first ECW Classic, first ECW match. All right, and first off, we are going to reveal the first match type is going to be a tag team match. You've got Cactus Jack and Mikey Whipwreck taking on Danny Doring and Roadkill. So that's rather perfect. And we will reveal what their bonus cards are. Like for him, that would be a finish card. Pinning moves, this is yellow, so it does not matter because they do not have a finish card of that icon. So this can just go over here to the side. And Danny Doring and Roadkill have Beulah McGillicuddy in their corner. By any means necessary, play this manager with a wrestler or tag team to increase all stats by 5. All right, so Beulah McGillicuddy, if you can, you can't really see that due to the camera angle. I'll just alter my camera view. How's that a little bit? So we've got Beulah McGillicuddy in the corner of Danny Doring and Roadkill. And the first match type will be a grudge match. So that's going to be incredibly interesting because we have the top stats of, let's see, I'm going to look at the instruction manual real quick. It should tell me exactly what those stats are supposed to be referred to as. All right, so the trophies are successes, the heart is endurance, the arm is strength, the star is technician, and the blood drop is hardcore. So I am supposed to compare the success rating and the heart value. So success and endurance of Cactus Jack and Mikey Whipwreck. So that is 85 and 85 for 190, I believe, if my math is correct. Versus Danny Doring and Roadkill's power and blood. So their power is 81 and their blood is 62 plus 5. So that'll be 8 and 6 is 14. So 153 to 190. So Cactus Jack wins this match. Beulah McGillicuddy and Danny Doring will go underneath them to show that they won. The next matchup will be a singles match. It'll feature Rob Van Dam versus Big Dick Dudley. And their abilities are Rob Van Dam is bringing a mailbox to the ring. Look out, he's got a weapon. Play this card with a wrestler or tag team to increase all stats by 6. So RVD's got a mailbox in his hand ready to go. And Dick Dudley has got Joel Gardner in his corner, which is absolutely perfect. By any means necessary, play this manager with a wrestler to increase all stats by 5. So Joel Gardner and Dick Dudley, that's rather ironic. If I remember my ECW lore, wasn't it Dick Dudley that powerbombed Gardner into having to wear that neck brace? But a little bit of history there if I'm correct or not. So next match will be decided on their technical skill. All right, so we have Rob Van Dam's technical skill of 86 plus 6 for a grand total of 72. And Dick Dudley's technical is a 45 and 5, so that's a 50. So Dick Dudley loses out to RVD. Kind of saw that coming once we hit Tactician. So far this top player has won the day with 2 over. Next matchup is a tag team match. That will be the Full-Blooded Italians versus the Hardcore Chair Swinging Freaks, Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten. And they will have Joey Styles in their corner. Play this announcer with a wrestler or tag team to increase all stats by 3. So that's a little bit different than the 5s we've seen so far. And Full-Blooded Italians will have a finisher. You may play this card with a wrestler or tag team finish as a finish with the same color background, so it is null and void on the Full-Blooded Italians because they do not have a finisher in their box. It is not available. We'll switch this thing over just a little bit. Alright, so now we will see what match type they are competing in. It is a power match. Just go over, make sure I have the right terminology. We're going to use strength in this match. Alright, so their strength is an 80 up here, and an 86 plus 3 for an 89 down here. So the Full-Blooded Italians get taken out by the Hardcore Chair Swinging Freaks. Next is a singles match for match 4 of the card. We have the Sandman entering versus Cactus Jack. Oh gosh, this is going to be brutal. Sandman's bringing a ladder to the ring, as is pretty popular, and it adds +7 to all his stats. And Cactus Jack has got himself a crutch. Alright, this will be adding 3 to all stats as well. And their match type is a strength match, so 2 back-to-back strengths. So we've got up here Sandman with a 79 strength plus 7. We'll give it a 88. Yeah, so it'll be an 88 here. And strength is an 83 plus 3 for an 86. And Sandman takes out Cactus Jack with a ladder. Alright, so very good Sandman. So far it is 3-1. And we are going to reveal who the 6-man tag is going to be. This is going to be Public Enemy with Sally Graciano versus, put that over there for a minute, versus the Blue World Order with Rhino. So this is a very interesting 6-man tag. We'll have, let's see, I guess it is Nova and Meanie will be in the match, and we'll have Stevie Richards set to the outside. And they will be having Paul Heyman in their corner. Paul Heyman grants 7 to a stat boost there. Not sure if you can see all that, but 7 to them. And they're bringing a keyboard up here for Public Enemy. So that is all stats by 2. And let's reveal the card. It is a hardcore match. All right, the first hardcore bit and piece match is the 6-man tag. So the hardcore stat is 93 and 75 plus 2. So we can take this 93, make it a 95. 95 and 75 is 170 versus their hardcore stat of 65 and 87. So let's see, that will be, yeah, basic math is hard. But we've got 60 and 80 for 140, 145. I believe that'll be 169. So 169 versus 170. That's including the Paul Heyman buff. We'll put the win in Public Enemy's hands. And they take out the Blue World Order and Rhino. So it already looks like this top player has claimed victory, as they have won 4 out of the 7 games. But we will continue the card anyway, just because I want to see how this plays out. We are going to have Masato Tanaka facing Lance Storm. And Lance Storm's weapon will be the Toy Dinosaur, plussing all stats by 1. And Masato Tanaka will be bringing some green mist. That's pretty funny. +4 for all the stats. And their match type will be a stamina match. So you have an 88 plus 4 is a 92 versus 94 and 1 for a 95. So Masato Tanaka falls to the likes of Lance Storm. And now for tonight's championship match, we'll pivot it over this way. For the title, we have Shane Douglas versus Tajiri. Now, he would be better with the green mist, but we'll see what he brings to the ring. He brings a finish card to the ring, and it happens to match his red Brainbuster. And we have Todd Gordon in the corner of Shane Douglas, plussing him by 7 to all stats. And let's go over what this red finish, now that it's applicable, goes and does for Tajiri. You may play this card with any wrestler or tag team who has a finisher with the same color background as this title, or as his tile, so red and red. If your opponent also plays a finish, they will cancel each other out, and the match type will be decided by the ratings. So if I'm not mistaken, when a finisher is revealed and it matches, that means that superstar immediately will win the match. But it says it's a technique match anyway, so it is an 88 to an 87, but I hit my finish. But that 87 is plus by 7, so that'll be a 94. But 94 to 88 doesn't matter because my finish impact move hits my Brainbuster, and if I'm not mistaken, Tajiri wins, and the top player walks away with the championship for this match card. So in short, we had ourselves a pretty decent card game, a pretty good card for the wrestling game, plain, pure, and simple. And that is an example of how Slam Wars will play out. Now, with 2 players, you'll be assigning your characters. I wanted to play this completely blind, which is a variant that you can do, but usually the match types will be revealed first and foremost. The ones that are grudge matches have been recommended that they get separated out of the stipulation pile. That way you can have those be your, main card, main match of the night or whatever, but it's not how it played out. We started off the card with a grudge match. They started brawling in the back, came on out, finished their match inside the ring. All right, and that'll be Slam Wars. You can create your own cards, put people against all, single player. You can just draw random characters, placing them against wherever you want. Make sure the match types are random so you don't, have one-sided, lopsided cards. But all in all, 7 matches, 3 tag teams, 4 singles. Whomever is the player with the most wins, wins. Just so happens that Tajiri with a finisher, I'll check real quick just to make sure, but I'm 90% sure that finishers automatically win if they work. Boosters card, play, wands, board, Slam Wars, ratings, 6-man tags, run-ins, alternative to draws, draft to stable. Booster face down boosters. Okay, that's a page before. 7 stipulation cards face up. Reveal. Jesus, play a booster. Cannot change. Move. Booster cards placed. Press match B. Player attempts to play a finish booster with a card that is not its match will be disqualified for that matchup. Oh, that's interesting. So going off my random rules, if they had been disqualified, that would have been... These guys, I believe, would have been disqualified. And Sandman would have been disqualified, meaning down here would have won. Interesting. Once all decisions have been made and the matchups are locked in, and it's time to reveal participants for the first match. If any player attempts to play a finisher booster with a card that is not a color match, it would be disqualified. Player may play only one of their 2 booster cards. Gives them the winning best chance. Oh, come on, where is it exactly? Victor has been determined. Slam Wars, beat 7, then regardless what happened. Rules. 6 stipulations, grudge match. So that first grudge match was an Iron Man match. That's interesting. Finishers are divided into 5 categories. Remove the championship card, separate the main card, test those played. If both players choose to play a finish in the same match, the finishes will cancel each other out and the match will be decided by the rating. So it looks like the only thing that it says about finishers, just like professional wrestling, finishing moves are used to end the match in Slam Wars. They allow you to win the matchup regardless of the rating. So yep, I was correct. So finisher, impact move, Tajiri, Brainbuster, Shane Douglas, 1, 2, 3, game is over. I was not aware of the disqualification rule, so technically this team, I believe, loses. And maybe one of the others, but anyway, it was just an example game. That's Slam Wars, everybody. A lot of stuff to be done with it. So I'm done. It's over. Out.